interrupt our regular programming to bring you this special Cool Oldies 1450 sports presentation.
Hawks inbound. Leonard breaks the press. Leonard goes straight to the basket. Kicks out to McGinley. He takes it in. Right hand finger roll can't go, but Leonard in the air with the putback. Harrington tried to slam it down, and it rattles out. Back the other way. Ambush makes him pay.
And look at it, Coach Manley. It's like it's 5 seconds left. Just hold the daggone ball.
2 top teams in the Spires division of the CMC. Governor Thomas Johnson comes in 4-1 in the division, and they are 10-6 overall. They take on Frederick, the hosts. They are 3-2 in the Spires and 6-8 overall. With Coach Rick Little, I'm Ryan Pierce. Great to have you with us on Cool Oldies 1450 and Frederick County Sports Connection. Coach, fun matchup tonight. 2 teams battling for the top of the division. In fact, the winner tonight might actually determine who wins the Spires.
With Thomas Johnson taking the first matchup by only 2 points, if I recall right, the tiebreaker is head-to-head and then point differential. Well, if Frederick wins by 3 points tonight, that means they win the Spires division and represent the Spires in the big school tournament next Tuesday night. So a lot on the line. And then Frederick, I think they're just searching for some consistency. You know, surprising to come in, you know, they're 6th spot in the region. You know, they just struggle to put games back to back, good games back to back. And looking back through the schedule, yep, it was a close one at TJ. Early in the season, this same Frederick team basically demolished Tuscarora, and then just a week ago lost to Tuscarora. So I think that consistency is what Coach Amante Hill's looking for out of his team, and now's when you want to begin that. You don't want to wait till the first round of the playoffs and say, okay, now we're going to play. You know, you need to develop that pattern now, and it's important here. And in front of your home team, a packed gym, if you need a little extra energy, they're here for you tonight. So I look for the cadets to really put on a show, and we'll see if this young TJ team can stay disciplined enough, you know, in this environment, stay focused enough, and pull out another win over their inner-city rival.
And, Coach, you mentioned the packed gym. The sign said sold out as we were walking in. That's great to see this late into the season. 2 teams, 2 local teams here in Frederick, Maryland. And it's going to be a lot of fun talking about Governor Thomas Johnson High School as we've gone over Frederick. We'll go back over the starters in just a bit. They've picked up and they found their stride recently. They've won 3 straight games, including North Hagerstown, 63-55. One was that about 8 days ago because the Friday games were postponed because of bad weather. But 3 straight wins. They're well rested. They have to be feeling good. Coming on the road tonight against a tough Frederick team.
Yeah, and Frederick just played last night.
Yes.
You know, I don't think it was a tough contest for them, but see how that carries over. Sometimes when the wheels start spinning in the right direction, you just want to keep playing games. You forget about being tired. And these are young guys, 16, 17, 18 years old. They'd probably rather play games than practice anyway.
Frederick beat South Carroll last night after losing 2 in a row to Linganore and Tuscarora. You mentioned the win for Governor Thomas Johnson their last time out against North Hagerstown. They also beat Centennial in overtime before that. So they've won 3 straight. And then Frederick has lost 2 of their last 3, but coming off a win last night for Governor Thomas Johnson as we're getting the starting lineups here in just a second. It starts with the Ambush brothers, Daive and Kyron. They're the 2 top scorers, both averaging nearly 20 points per game.
Yeah, you know, Kyrie has tailed off a little bit here lately, but Daive is one of the tops in the county, the 5'11 junior at 20.3 points per game. And I think we're getting ready for the national anthem here.
Sounds like we are. Okay, we'll break and come back with starting lineups as well as a look at some of Frederick's top players and, of course, the tip. All Frederick matchup tonight. Frederick High School against Governor Thomas Johnson. A lot of fun here from Frederick High. We'll break and come back with it on Cool Oldies 1450.
Thurmont is amazing. Not only do they support local high school sports on the radio, but they have great food, great fun, and they constantly serve our community in so many ways. Check out their Facebook page, American Legion Post 168, to find out about their exciting events. And be sure to say thank you for supporting our local community. And don't you forget to say thank you every time you see them for their selfless sacrifice in military service to our country. Thanks, American Legion Post 168. We salute you.
I want to tell you about a hidden gem on the Golden Mile in Frederick, Bargain Bin. Bargain Bin is located on Waverly Drive off West Patrick Street behind the District 40 shopping mall. The name says it all. A bargain is when you pay less for something you usually pay more for. A bin is a large container with a bargain inside. Put the two together and you get Bargain Bin. Everything you need for less in an easy-to-find location. So what are you waiting for? Stop throwing your money away at those big box stores or online. Check out Bargain Bin today. Open 7 days a week. Bargain Bin has the brands you love at a fraction of the price. You'll discover something new every time you go there. It's like stumbling over a gold mine on the Golden Mile. See what your friends are saying about Bargain Bin on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Bargain Bin, the secret is out. Shopping has never been easier, more fun, and more affordable. Bargain Bin is a proud sponsor of the Timinator mid-morning weekdays from 9 to noon.
An all Frederick matchup. Frederick High hosting Governor Thomas Johnson High School with Coach Rick Little. I'm Brian Pierce, and it's also a battle for the Spires division. The winner of this likely will take first place. They'll be tied if Frederick can come away with the win, but they'd likely have the tiebreaker. So a lot on the line between two local teams here in Frederick. As we're getting the starting lineups, the Frederick High will go second. Governor Thomas Johnson being announced in front of the sold-out crowd. We talked about some of the top players. For TJ, there is Frederick. Their players are being announced as Mookie Taylor comes out. He's their biggest player, 6'3", their top rebounder. Frederick is led by former Patriot player A.J. Spencer, the 5'11 senior, 14 points a game. Then Osborne Ihona, the 6'6 senior. He likes to play out from the outside frequently. Is their second leading scorer. He had 9 points against Governor Thomas Johnson last time. Those two players, you got Ihona and Spencer, are by far and away the two top offensive weapons.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how the Thomas Johnson fans respond to AJ. I'm sure there'll be a little bit of love there for him on the transfer, but this game's always fun, a lot of action, high-paced.
When Spencer returned to Governor Thomas Johnson High School this past month, in a losing effort, he scored 19 points, had 5 steals, by far and away the top player for Frederick. As they'll be in their home whites in front of a sold-out crowd here at Frederick High School. Governor Thomas Johnson in their road dark blue uniforms. Both teams have taken a court. Coach, tonight going to be a really fun matchup. Obviously, the stakes are incredibly high. A fight for the top of the Spires Conference always adds something more when you're facing your crosstown rival.
Sure is. I mean, you rub elbows with these guys probably all week long. Go to different schools, but your homes are a couple blocks apart.
As we're ready for action, Frederick takes the tip. They fell to TJ by 2 points in their last matchup. 3-2 in the Spires. TJ is 4-1. If they can take this game, Governor Thomas Johnson in the driver's seat for first place in that division. Frederick working the shot clock late. Driving is Spencer. He tried to dump down low, lost it out of bounds, and it will belong to TJ. Early turnover for Frederick.
Yeah, and they looked like they tried to get that ball down in low, but good defense by the Patriots. Forced a turnover.
Dive ambush locked up in the backcourt, tied up. It leads to a jump ball, and possession arrow points the way of TJ. Frederick's full court press is tough.
Yep, the dominant one press. TJ actually called a timeout, a 30-second timeout, to save the possession.
Now the officials going to chat with each other. Potentially, one of them called jump ball first. Nope, it is going to stay a timeout, I think, according to the PA announcer. No score, we're just underway. Two top teams in the Spires Conference as the three-man officiating crew meets at center court here at Frederick High School. The front of the gym said sold out. There's not an open seat here today. Looking around, that appears to be about the case. A lot of dark coats, and everybody's filed in from the cold outside for a red-hot matchup between the two top teams, the two big high schools here in Frederick.
Yeah. Frederick in black and gold are their school colors, along with their white uniforms here tonight because of their home team. TJ Patriots are blue-red, and they're in dark blue. All their fans are kind of wearing their blue shirts, blue jackets. Now, they called a timeout.
Yeah.
I thought they signaled a 30-second timeout, but the teams are sitting down, and I'm not sure we're not going to get some type of infraction because there was a little jawing going on.
The three officials after the timeout met at center court. They talked for about 90 seconds. Now they're going over to each coaching staff to explain undoubtedly what they've decided. Then hopefully they'll relay that to us. There's still no score. We just got started between Frederick and Governor Thomas Johnson. Great to have you with us on this Tuesday evening here on Cool Oldies 1450. And the Frederick County Sports Connection, as now the three officials have gone over after talking to the Frederick Cadets bench. They're going over to the Governor Thomas Johnson. And now the crowd getting a little bit antsy.
Number 24 for the TJ Patriots was just escorted off the floor.
Wow. That is Christian Bryant. So Christian Bryant, who does not get much playing time, he was on the bench, has been escorted out of the gymnasium. So that's a good catch there, Coach. Tough to say what really is why he's being asked to leave.
Now, again, when there was that jump ball held ball right in front of the TJ bench, there was a little activity, and now it looks like Frederick's going to shoot 2 foul shots on a technical foul.
I think it's fair to, I don't want to assume here, but deductive reasoning, looking at what's happened. Player gets escorted off the court, team shooting a technical. My guess is there was some sort of call on Bryant. That's the technical. He's kicked out. And now Frederick is shooting a couple free throws to start the game.
Yeah. Unfortunate set of events to get things started.
One of the referees is going back and forth between the two benches, explaining to each coach what happened as a free throw is rattled in by Frederick, knocked in by A.J. Spencer. The former TJ star transferred over to Frederick this offseason, having a great year, averaging 14 points per game. Cans them both, and Frederick has a 2-0 lead. It's going to be Frederick basketball after the technical foul. So Christian Bryant has been kicked out. He's a reserve player for TJ. Frederick gets 2 free throws. Spencer makes them both. And now the Cadets have the basketball, working left to right in their home white uniforms. A whistle and away from the ball. Offensive foul, and it goes back to Governor Thomas Johnson. They haven't updated the number yet on the offensive foul. I believe it's on Trey Taylor, the 24 for Frederick. Pass up on the other end as Bryden Teme gliding the rim, missed the layup. On the other end, the ball goes to Mookie Taylor, who he missed the bunny for Frederick. Rebound, Governor Thomas Johnson, and then a foul in the backcourt called on Taylor. The two big men running the floor. Bryden Teme, the star freshman, averaging 12 points per game for TJ. Missed the layup on one end. Outlet pass went to Taylor for Frederick. He missed the layup on the other end. awkward start, 49 seconds into it. And TJ brings in the front court. Teme again, bodies against the defender. Missed it short. Putback is true. And now a technical foul is called against Osmar Shavaria for Governor Thomas Johnson. So 2 technical fouls already called against TJ, as Shavaria, I guess, got teed up for taunting. And back to the free throw line goes A.J. Spencer for Frederick. What a wild start just a minute in.
And those technical fouls go into the book as a personal foul on the player.
So after Christian Bryant was teed up on the bench and kicked out about 30 seconds ago, Osmar Shavaria teed up after the layup made by Bryden Teme. So it's 4-2, all 4 points on free throws by A.J. Spencer. 2 fouls, both on decks from Governor Thomas Johnson. And now Frederick in the front court. I didn't quite see what he did there, Coach. Maybe held up his arms, not positive. And Spencer has the top of the key. He isos on Dive ambush. That's a fun matchup to watch as Spencer brings it high right. Now pulls up over Teme. Straight on, missed it short. Rebounded by Shavaria. Now he clears out to Dive ambush. His senior, rather the junior, the older of the 2 ambush brothers. His brother Kyron's a freshman, both averaging 20 a game. Dive at the top, back straight on it goes to Kyron. Now found down low to Teme, knocked away from behind by the Cadets, poked out by number 21, 22. Yeah, that's Randall coming out there.
Rondell Fauntleroy.
Randall Fauntleroy. Didn't have his number on my book, but there we go. Fauntleroy knocked it away. Here the cheerleaders to our left stomping their feet in front of a sold-out crowd. You can feel the intensity to start 4-2. Frederick leading, making 4-4 as a pull-up jumper in the paint is popped in by Osmar Shavaria.
Frederick showing his own there.
Straight on it goes over to Trey Taylor. Taylor gives to Spencer, stops in the paint, picks it up and dribble, and scores off the left block as he bodies with Randy Embry coming down. You can tell there's some animosity, it feels like, between the 2 teams, a little pushing and shoving, and already 2 techs.
Yeah, too early for that kind of activity.
Ambush off the pick, give to Dive ambush, right wing 3, missed everything. Weak side rebound, Spencer up ahead, down to Taylor, center paint lay-in, and it's 8-4. Frederick up by 4 early. Governor Thomas Johnson 4-1 in the Spires Conference. Dish down low, runner from Dive ambush, drops in, has a hung on the rim for a second and popped through. 8-6, Frederick leads with the ball.
And he was asking for a foul, a little smack on the wrist.
As the tempo picks up, Fauntleroy gives top of the key. Trey Taylor missed the layup earlier. Now Spencer has 6 of his team's 8. Skips it to the right side. Now back to Spencer straight on. 15 to shoot. He eyes Dive ambush. They look at each other on the right side. Dive daring Spencer to drive. Spencer does. Pulls up from 15. Missed it long. Rebound batted up in the air and pulled down by Teme. As he hands off to Kyron ambush. Now back to Dive. Now Kyron takes it straight on. Dive ambush, the junior averaging 20. Back to his brother, the freshman. Lines up the left wing 3. Missed it long. Batted out of bounds. Last touch by Governor Thomas Johnson. And Frederick takes over, leading by 2. 4:43 left first quarter.
Thomas Johnson's going to have trouble scoring tonight if they do not hit those jump shots from the outside.
Crowd packed shoulder to shoulder. Standing room only. 2 Frederick City teams taking on each other, top of the Spires Conference. 8-6, Cadets leading the basketball, working left to right in their home whites. As Taylor spins to his left, drives to the lane, got fouled, and will go to the free throw line for 2. See Mookie Taylor, 6'3", but he plays like a guard. Efficient, big guard who can shoot the 3. The team's leading rebounder, had 11 boards against Governor Thomas Johnson last time they played, with a 2-point loss.
Yeah, at 6'3", he put that ball on the floor. Nice, good drive, created the contact, gets the first foul shot to fall.
Taylor knocked down the free throw. Already 3 fouls on Governor Thomas Johnson, 2 by Tex. And Frederick 6 for 6 from the foul line. They lead 10-6, 4:27 left in the first quarter. Dive ambush gives to his brother Kyron. Now back to Dive, skips left side to Kondo, just subbed in. Syram Kondo, the 5'10 sophomore, picked up the foul on the other end. He's got a good outside shot. And was fouled there by Stephen Goins. He picked up, that's Mookie Taylor picking up his first foul. Don't want to get him in foul trouble. Right in the bucket, looking is Chavaria. It was actually Kondo passing to Chavaria. Now he goes to Barkita, Dive ambush, who holds out his left hand against a 2-3 extended zone defense. As Frederick wants Governor Thomas Johnson to shoot the 3. They do. Deep left wing shot from Kondo is missed. Up for the rebounds is 6'5". Teme grabbed the offensive board. His putback is long, but he was raked across the left arm and earns the trip to the charity stripe.
Jimmy Helms, tough assignment, guarding the talented freshman Bryden Tima inside.
Timmy Hale Jr. picked up the foul, his first, averaging 5 points and 3 boards per game. And Bryden Teme shooting 73% from the free throw line, breaks the first off the back rim, so it's still 10-6 halfway through the first quarter. One more coming for the 6'5 freshman, averaging 12.7 boards. He is an impressive young player, and the coaching staff has to be just ecstatic to have him for the next few years. He made the second. It's 10-7, Frederick lead with the ball. Dangerous pass midcourt. Teme went for the steal, didn't pay off. Fauntleroy passes back to the right. Right wing 3 missed by Hale. Long offensive rebound by Taylor. He drives down the center paint. Missed the layup. Left block board for Fauntleroy, and he popped it back in to make it 12-7. Frederick on top. Up ahead to Kyron ambush. Kick to the left baseline. 3 ball is short. Chavaria. Offensive rebound. Teme bodies against Hale. Puts it up. Missed it, but a foul, and that's the second on Timmy Hale Jr.
Let's see if Coach Hill has subs at the table. So when we watched TJ previously this season, Randy Embry's been a really good three-point shooter for Thomas Johnson, and here he comes. I was just going to say, I wonder how long until we see him in against this Frederick zone.
So Embry subs back in, shooting 46% from 3. He comes back in with Governor Thomas Johnson down by 4 points, 12-8, 3:28 left. Teme made the first free throw, makes the second, shooting 75% today. That's about what his season average is, going 3 for 4. It's 12-9, Frederick up by 3 in the basketball, working left to right. Top of the key it goes. Spencer trying to get the ball off the pick. Instead, Taylor drives down the left side, missed the layup long, rebound punched up in the air 3 times, falling to the floor, and pulling it in is Embry. Embry gets it back in the front court. Player behind him almost knocked it away, did not. Ambush drive, they missed the layup, but got the foul. And that is already 5 fouls on the Cadets. Right now, Governor Thomas Johnson taking it into the heart of the defense and forcing contact.
Yep. They love to drive the basketball when they get to those open lanes. And I think that full court pressure really is allowing lanes to open up for TJ. We'll see if Coach Hill stays with that full court press or gets back here and really holds court.
Dive ambush. The junior ambush of the two brothers. You have Dive, the junior, Kyron, the freshman, both averaging 20 points per game. Dive shooting 70% to the free throw line. Missed both free throws. Randy Embry the rebound. Shot turned away on the putback by Mookie Taylor. Then Embry had to save it. He tossed it to the backcourt. And it's an over and back as ambush left over the line to pull it in.
Great defensive play by Mookie Taylor. They're really pressuring Embry, forcing that bad pass.
Coach Little, how concerned should the Cadets coaching staff be about the offensive rebounds TJ's getting right now?
Well, actually, both teams are getting second chance opportunities, and you hate to see that. You hate to see playing great perimeter defense, and there's another one by the Cadets, and their third opportunity again off the rim.
Taylor, 2 offensive rebounds, couldn't finish, and out with his Governor Thomas Johnson. Embry passing over to Kyron ambush. To Dive back to Kyron, feeds the post. That's been a popular spot. Teme on the left block, gives to Kyron. Now back to Dive, now to Kyron. Missed the runner. Rebound put back from Teme's no good, and he hits the floor on a 5-on-4 for A.J. Spencer and Frederick. Spencer skates in the paint, double clutches, and he tossed it in from the right side, and it's 14-9. Frederick on top by 5. Quickly ahead to Shavaria. Holds the ball on his right hip, gives back to the sharpshooter Embry. Pulls up from the left wing from 3 feet beyond the three-point line. Missed it high off the back tin. Climbing for the rebound is Taylor. Now here comes Spencer for Frederick into the front court. Up by 5, but 2 left to go in the first quarter. 3 out of the corner is missed long, but a weak side off. It's a rebound by Tavion Frazier, the 5'10 guard. Jump shot from him's no good. Rebound pulled in by Governor Thomas Johnson, but Embry tossing off the leg of his teammate, stolen by Mookie Taylor. He lays it in, plus the foul, as the crowd erupts behind him on the sellout crowd.
And another second chance opportunity for the Cadets. They are really hitting the boards hard.
Both teams.
And Patriots go with a sub. Bring in number Midi Adoye for Tema, give him a break.
Yeah, Tema coming out. He picked up his first foul. He's been dominant on the offensive glass. Mide Adoye's in, also 6'5", so 6'5 comes in for 6'5". TJ doesn't lose any height. Free throw missed by Taylor. 16-9, Frederick on top by 7, 90 seconds left first quarter. Pass to the corner, Kyron Ambush gives back to his brother Diving down the left side, and he scores his second field goal today, making a 5-point game.
That was a beautiful pass. Kyron getting trapped, got the ball out of the trap to Dave, driving finish.
Kick to the right side, Spencer. Lane parts, left-handed layup is missed. Shavaria the rebound, it was contested. Pass out to Embry. Races down the left side, skip pass to Dive Ambush. Right wing 3, misses off the back iron. Leaping for the high rebounds, Travion Frazier. And now a timeout taken by the Cadets coaching staff as Frazier, dribbling out of control, was stopped by his coaches. And with a 16-11 score, 55 seconds left, let's catch our breath, take a break here on Cool Oldies 1450.
Thermont Country Kitchen. Home cooking in a down-home atmosphere. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Everyone eats at Thermont Country Kitchen, conveniently located just off Route 15 on Water Street in downtown Thermont. Stop by today and check out their mouth-watering chicken and waffles or one of their signature sandwiches piled high with fabulous fixins. And don't forget their legendary roasted chicken. Thermont Country Kitchen. Let owners Rob and Sherry cook you a meal you won't soon forget. Thermont Country Kitchen. We put the K in country because that's our style.
50 seconds left in the first quarter. Frederick City matchup. Frederick High School against Governor Thomas Johnson. Frederick leading by 5 with the basketball and 15 seconds to shoot. Tavion Frazier averaging 3 points a game. Kicks to the right side. Putting the ball on the floor is Parker. Back to Frazier, who calls for the clear out with Dive Ambush in front of him. He drives, kicks to the corner. It's stolen by Randy Embry. Passed up the floor, deflected, picked up off the ground by Ambush. Dive gives to his brother Kyron. Now back to Dive. The skip baseline left. Embry thought about a 3. Instead tosses it down low. Off the right hip of Osmar Shavaria, almost tumbled out of bounds, and the officials are going to come together to discuss who's it touched off, and I believe it's last touch by Governor Thomas Johnson. Oh, is there a technical foul call? There must have been on Frederick because Kyron Ambush is going to the free throw line.
And foul goes to Rondell. That's his
Kyron
second
Ambush
person.
Misses the free throw.
So it must have been a technical foul on the little shove after the ball went out of bounds.
Rondell Fauntleroy picks up the technical foul, so he does have 2 like Coach says. Kyron Ambush shooting 76% from the free throw line. Missed the first, makes the second, and it's 16-12 with 18 seconds left. So, we've seen 2 technicals on Frederick. We've seen 1 technical now on Governor Thomas Johnson. Pardon me, flip that. 2 on TJ, 1 on Frederick. 10 seconds left to shoot for TJ in the front court. Dive Ambush. Top of the key pass goes for Randy Embry. Embry's got a fire with 2 seconds to shoot from off the volleyball line. cranked off the back rim, and the first quarter comes to an end. The Cadets leading by 7 at one point, trimmed to 4, 16-12 after one on Cool Oldies 1450.
Owned and operated for over 50 years. Winner 9 years in a row for the best of the best in Frederick County. Let our professionally trained staff of certified landscapers transform your yard from a dream to reality. Hawkins Landscaping specializes in elegant and inviting outdoor environments. If you're looking to create, upgrade, or revitalize your outdoor space, call Hawkins Landscaping today at 301-898-3615. That's 301-898-3615. Hawkins Landscaping. When you deserve the best, get the best.
Start of the second quarter, all Frederick City matchup. Frederick High taking on Governor Thomas Johnson. The Frederick Cadets are leading 16-12 after losing to TJ by 2 back in January. Rematch today, and the Cadets crashing the offensive glass, leading by 4 at the break.
Just so athletic. They're 6'3", 6'4" guys getting after the basketball. Thomas Johnson with that 3-guard offense now. See, Coach Manley's bringing in 2 posts. We'll see if it makes a difference.
As Governor Thomas Johnson shot waved off, dive ambush took it to the paint. Coach, I'm looking at number 35 out there for Cadets. I believe that's maybe Marshall Eldridge, although we don't have a number for him. He's listed as 34 in my book. See, we'll get his name later on. He's a 1 sub for the Cadets. Their bench goes deep. Stephen Goins also in the game. He wears number 1, the backup sophomore guard. And Stive ambush brings out top of the key against a 2-3 zone for Frederick. Governor Thomas Johnson down by 4. Teme has it high right side, not where he's comfortable. Skip around goes to Embry. There's sharpshooter. Give to Dive ambush. Back to his brother Kyron. Just as I say it, Brighton Teme knocks down the 3 from the right wing. Teme's got 6, and the lead is 1 for the Cadets.
First made 3 of the game for either team. 1-point game.
Stephen Goins in the front court. Trap drawn to the out right side. Pass down low to Trey Taylor. Knocked away and stolen by Governor Thomas Johnson. They can take their first lead with a field goal on this possession. The road team, 4-1 in the Spires Conference. Frederick is 3-2. The winner of this is in the driver's seat to take the conference. As Teme drives, lost it, but fouled by, I believe, Marshall Eldridge. I'll try to get the name. Foul on the Cadets, his second. It's actually on Stephen Goins. So Goins picks up the second. The guard instead of the big player Eldridge. Governor Thomas Johnson keeps it, inbounding underneath their own bucket. Or rather the Frederick Cadets bucket with 7 minutes left to go in the half. Top of the key 3. Missed off the back rim by ambush. Leaping for the rebound and drawing the foul was A.J. Spencer. Foul called on Adeo. The big post player for Governor Thomas Johnson is first. The first on TJ, 2 on the Cadets. They have the basketball leading by 1. As A.J. Spencer slows down the tempo in the front court, dive ambush comes out to meet him. High left side, Spencer rubs off the pick from Taylor. Drives in the paint, runner by Taylor is missed, and leaping for the rebound is Teme as he hauls down the glass. Dive ambush in the front court, high right side. Teme calling for underneath. Nobody open there as Frederick settles into the 2-3 defense. Parker at the top. Pull-up jumper from 15 for Teme. He's cooking already with 9 points. And Governor Thomas Johnson has their first lead of the game.
Wow, talented freshman stepping out, knocking down shots.
Eldridge picks up his dribble, double teamed by Teme, and Kyron ambush. Hands off top of the key, pull up from 17 for Parker, just inside the 3-point line. He canned it for the response, and the Cadets are back up by 2. That snaps a 4-0 run for Governor Thomas Johnson. Diving ambush, puts the moves on Parker, passes left side, as Embry ball fake for the 3, now back to the top to ambush. Over to Teme with 9 points. Goes to work on Taylor. Teme lost his dribble. Trying to backdoor pass it to Dive ambush. Knocked away by Frederick off the hand of Parker. And Governor Thomas Johnson keeps it with 10 seconds left to shoot left of the hoop.
Coach Hill's playing a lot of young men for Frederick. Try to keep this high level, high pace going.
5:38 left to go first half. Off the pick, underneath. Bucket is good, plus a foul for Bryden Teme. He beat the defender and laid it in, putting Governor Thomas Johnson back up by 1. And Teme returns to the free throw line. He's in double figures with 11.
Great design for that baseline inbound play. A little elbow screen there, freed up Teme.
That's the second foul on Trey Taylor. The 6'4" post player has 2. So does his colleague in the front court, the 6'3" Tim Hale. As the lights went off after the free throw was missed by Bryden Teme, I think somebody accidentally hit a switch.
Somebody leaned on the wrong switch. Wrong part of the wall down there, and there it goes again. They're trying to figure out who did it.
As the lights in the court that Frederick is shooting at went out. Now they're back on. Impressed how quickly they came back on. Those normally take a while to warm up.
It's not like back in the old days when they go out and it takes 10 minutes to cool down to bring them back on.
That must be what I'm thinking. 1918. I'm just remembering my old high school gym.
Yep.
We waited 20 minutes to start gym class. 1918, Patriots on top against the Cadets. Cadets with the basketball working left to right. A.J. Spencer 10 to work with, being hounded by Dive ambush. That's the fun matchup. Dive the junior, Spencer the senior, and ambush picks up the foul.
Yeah, one-on-one, and then they set up that high ball screen. It has been Frederick's offense here tonight.
A.J. Spencer, their leading scorer on the season, averaging 14 as 6 tonight. Spencer off the high ball screen from Mookie Taylor, tries to drive, gets in the paint, scooping left-handed layup over the fingertips of Teme, barely creeps over the rim and drops in. Now the full court press from the Cadets. They're up by 1, 20-19. Dive beats it, gives underneath to Brandon Teme, and it's turned away by Taylor. Up ahead. One-handed throw down by Mookie Taylor.
So the field goal on this end blocked, led to
Taylor got the throw down. Trey Taylor playing with 2 fouls. It is 22-19. Cadets up by 3, 4:30 left first half. This massive crowd, sold out crowd into it. Top of the key 3 for ambush. He silences the Cadet side in an eruption from the quarter that belongs to Governor Thomas Johnson behind their bench at tied at 22. Back on the other end, driving to the rim and laying it in is Trey Taylor, eliciting a response from the Cadet side of the crowd as we go back and forth. It's 24-22. Governor Thomas Johnson down by 2 with the ball. Runner from Dive ambushes in. 24-24, the team's trade blows. Under 4 left to go, first half. Spencer kicks, open right wing 3, Taylor. He knocked it down. That's a divine Wolo hitting the triple, and the Cadets back up by 3. On the other end, Embry tries to respond, misses everything, clanks it off the backboard, and a foul call. It goes against Governor Thomas Johnson. Adeo picks it up, going for the rebound.
and that's his second personal.
The second foul on Adeo, the second on the Patriots in this quarter. Actually, check that. It's against. I think the officials are motioning to each other.
It went against Frederick.
Yeah, it's against A.J. Spencer. That's his second. That's a big change. Spencer, the leading scorer for the Keys this season. 3:40 left. Cadets up by 3. Governor Thomas Johnson inbounds the basketball. Underneath their own bucket. Eye fake from Embry, top of the key against a 2-3. Dive ambush. One-handed bounce pass to his brother Kyron. Kyron to the right block. Pull up from Teme. Missed it long. Leaping and climbing the ladder for the rebound is Taylor. Quick pass on the other end. Gliding left-handed layup and dropped in by Wolo from the left side. And a 5-0 run for the Cadets. They set up their press and Dive ambush breaks it. Goes to work on A.J. Spencer at the top of the 2-3. Dive bumps off the pick from Teme. Back to Teme, straight on Teme. Puts on the floor. Got the ball stuck between the rim and the bankboard. A wedgie is the terminology. Leads to a jump ball and it belongs to the Cadets.
You don't see that too often on a layup attempt. Gets stuck right in there.
Brian Teme playing with a ton of confidence. The big 6'5" wing taking it to the hoop. He's got 11 points to lead all scorers, but it's Cadets leading the Patriots 29-24 with 3 minutes left to go. Coach Rick Little, what a game we've had in this first half.
Wow, a lot of up and down. I think the team that settles in and is more efficient in the half-court set, I think will slowly work its way. You know, you're going to have end-to-end action. You know, at some point, fatigue will catch up to these young men, line them down the floor. Now, I'm impressed with the Frederick coaching staff, Monte Hill Jr. By my calculation, they've played 12 different gentlemen already here in the first half, trying to keep them fresh. Thomas Johnson's not near as deep. I think they're like an 8 or 9 man rotation. So we'll see how that turns out as the game progresses.
29-24, Cadets leading the Patriots. 3 minutes left to go in the first. Johnson Patriots are 4-1 in the Spires division. The Cadets are 3-2. The winner of this in the driver's seat for the division, it was the Cadets falling to the Patriots by 2 points back in January. For Frederick, working left to right in their home whites in front of a sold-out crowd here at Frederick High. Their leading scorer and former Patriots player, A.J. Spencer, in the front court. With Kyron Ambush guarding him, Spencer dribbled it off his thigh and Ambush took it away. On the other end, Dive Ambush, the older brother. Both Ambushes averaging 20 points per game. To Kyron, skips it right side. Embry, their sharpshooter, passes across the court, and it's past Ambush, out of bounds. Turnover to the Cadets.
Solid defense that time. Good positioning by the Cadets. Took away the inside play. The perimeter pass just off the mark.
Frederick in a home stretch. 3 straight games here at Frederick High. They won last night against South Carroll, up by 5 against Governor Thomas Johnson. A.J. Spencer, eyes Dive Ambush, quick pass underneath, and the layup from the right block is dropped in by Taylor. He snuck behind the defense.
Yeah, defense fell asleep. Lost track of them.
Cadets have their biggest lead so far of 7. 2 minutes left in the first half. Pull up center paint from Dive Ambush, and he's hit across the left arm, heading to the free throw line for 2. I have not seen Osborne Ihana in this game, if I'm remembering correctly. So Frederick playing a little bit short-handed, it seems like, as Tavion Frazier picks up the foul. That's his first, and the free throw is missed by Dive Ambush. Averaging 20 points per game, shooting 70% from the free throw line. Missed the first, trying to make it a 6-point game, and he does, not in the second. As Frederick gets set to inbound it, light pressure from Kyron Ambush. A.J. Spencer brings it up against the freshman. Pass to the right side to Parker. Top of the key, it goes to Mookie Taylor, who's had a great first half. Their 3rd leading scorer of the year. He's picked up the pace with Ihana not playing. A.J. Spencer, top of the key, off the pick. Pulls up from the right wing. 3-ball pops in and out. Weak side offensive rebound again by Mookie Taylor. Tosses it up against Teme, no good, but drew the contact and the foul. It's actually on Adeo, one of the 2 6'5" post players out there for Governor Thomas Johnson. Adeo has a couple fouls, that's his second, and Mookie Taylor to the free throw line.
So that's 2 starters with 2 fouls for Thomas Johnson, and they both stay in the game.
Taylor dribble, spin, dribble, fires and knocks down the free throw. Lead back to 7 for the Cadets. The Cadets have 5 fouls. Governor Thomas Johnson has 3. 2 now on the backup post player Adeo, who's seen a lot of playing time in this first half. The second free throw from Taylor off the front rim, off the back rim, and missed. Rebounded by Goins. His shot turned away by Teme. On the other end, Dante Ambush, the Kyron Ambush, and it's blocked away by Mookie Taylor. He's all over the floor. And on the other end, A.J. Spencer blitzes past the defense and lays it in. Cadets up by 9. Spinning Dive Ambush into the defense. He draws the body, and a blocking foul called on Trey Taylor. No! It is a infraction on ambush. Was that a travel or an offensive foul?
Yeah, indicated a travel.
Okay.
Now we have a timeout. Frederick.
A turnover and a timeout now taken. 34-25. Frederick leading by 9, their biggest advantage. And they have the basketball up by 9, 1:23 left to go in the first half. Remember back to this first meeting last month, it was actually Governor Thomas Johnson. They were leading by 10 entering the fourth quarter, and then Frederick came back to make it a 2-point game. Different story this time. It's Frederick in control in the first half.
Yeah, and the pace is a little bit faster than that one. That was a 54-52 game.
Good point.
Right now we're on pace for a little higher score than that. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with the way Frederick, they come back, hustle play to block that layup, and then 1-2 passes and they score on the other end. They are flying up and down the floor.
This sophomore Mookie Taylor feels like he's everywhere at all times. Had the block, he's got a dunk already. Pass to the right side, Divan Wolo has one outside jumper. Doesn't shoot this time, gives it between the rings to A.J. Spencer. Back to Wolo against a 2-3 from Governor Thomas Johnson. At the elbow on the right side, Taylor went for the pass, had it knocked away and stolen by Governor Thomas Johnson.
There we go.
Now they work in the front court. It's Dive ambush, 3-on-1, straight down the paint, glides to the rim and drops in his 9th point. Lead back to 7, under a minute left to go first half. Frederick on top. Over high right side of Parker. Back between the rings, almost taken away. Spencer beats the defender. Now it is taken away by Dive ambush. Race to the rim on the right side, just past the outstretched fingertips of Akeem Parker, who went skying in for the block. 4 straight for Dive ambush, lead to 5. About 5 seconds different shot and game clocks. Runner in the paint is popped in by A.J. Spencer. He's in double figures with 10. Lead back to 7 for the Cadets. On the other end, left elbow, jump shot, diving ambush off the bank board, around the rim twice. 7:20, didn't get it to go. Offensive rebound and putback's no good. On the other end, it's Cadets. Parker pulls up from the right wing and bangs it in, igniting this crowd as he claps his hands. Lead to 9 for the Cadets. On the other end, runner from Kyron Ambush is short with 2 seconds left, and the half comes to an end. A blitzing pace over the final minute. I would say each team had at least 4 or 5 possessions, and the Cadets end the first half with a 38-29 lead.
Wow. Just athletic ability, both sides, a lot of energy, some nice shot making. A little bit of forced offense on occasion, but at this high pace, it's almost like I got to get a shot up while I have an opportunity, because you know the defense is coming on both ends of the court.
We'll catch our breath with them. Cadets of Frederick 38, Governor Thomas Johnson Patriots 29 on Cool Oldies 1450.
Here's the Cool Oldies 1450 AM forecast. For tonight, mostly cloudy, low 32. Wednesday, partly sunny with a high of 42. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low 26. Thursday, a mix of clouds and sun, high 38. Mostly sunny Friday, high 40. Saturday, mostly sunny, high 44. Cloudy with a rain and snow mix possible Sunday, high 38. Monday, mostly cloudy. A shower is possible, high 44. From the Cool Oldies 1450 AM Weather Center, I'm Jackson Stevens.
Fox News, I'm Sue Guzman. The Justice Department has removed redactions from some of the Epstein files in response to lawmakers' accusations that they were hiding offenders. Yesterday, Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell declined to answer questions from Congress. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer says she has a new request now.
She's come back and said, well, she'll talk if she's granted clemency by President Trump. And oh, by the way, I can prove that Donald Trump and Bill Clinton both were innocent. So, that's going to be a decision up to President Trump. I don't think there's a lot of public support to grant her clemency.
The daughter of a Republican Minnesota governor candidate, Jeff Johnson, stabbed to death over the weekend in what police say was a failed murder-suicide. Jeff Johnson has now suspended his campaign, and her 24-year-old husband is expected to face charges. America is listening to Fox News. Here's your local news for the Cool Oldies 1450 listening area. A woman was locked inside the Waynesboro Waterworks car wash for almost an hour when the car wash system malfunctioned and trapped her inside. The woman called the police 15 minutes after she realized she couldn't open the garage or exit doors and told them she was trapped. The police didn't arrive until 45 minutes later and were able to force the doors open and help the woman escape. The owner arrived and completed washing her vehicle and gave her a handful of gift cards for free car washes. The Pennsylvania woman, Felicia Sullivan, was visibly shaken by the incident, but she smiled when reporters asked her about the gift cards and said, "These will help." In other news, Sunday morning, Taneytown police officers saw a car sitting in a field, which had left the road and damaged several signs. Police arrested the driver and charged them with driving under the influence. Police are trying to find the owners of the signs, which had the words Honey Produce, Uniontown, and Bowling Alley on them, so they can include them in their incident report. Keep it tuned right here for late-breaking news weather and traffic on Cool Oldies 1450 THU.
Good afternoon. This is Lou Flores. The Wizards will be back on the court tonight. Washington is set to face off with the Nuggets at home. The Wizards lost to Denver 121-115 on the road on Saturday. Washington has lost 7 in a row to fall to 10-32 this season. The WNBA released its 2026 schedule on Wednesday, and the Mystics will kick off their season with a road matchup with the expansion Toronto Tempo on May 8th before opening their home slate May 10th against the New York Liberty. Washington went 16-28 last season and missed the playoffs. The Maryland football team landed its first transfer offensive lineman. Texas State guard Telek Lockett announced his commitment to the Terrapins on Wednesday. He is the 9th player to transfer into the program since the portal opened earlier this month. The men's college basketball season continues today. Maryland lost to number 11 Illinois, 89-70 on the road. Andre Mills led the Terrapins with 16 points off the bench. And that's sports. I'm Lou Flores on the Maryland News Network.
What does life on the cutting edge mean to Riley LaPinka?
Making hay has changed so much now with Harvextra alfalfa. You don't have to be tied down to a certain cutting window. That saves us a lot of headache, a lot of cost, wear and tear on machinery, you name it. It just cuts all that down.
Harvextra alfalfa with Roundup Ready technology gives you an extra edge when it comes to cutting flexibility. Hear more of Riley's story at harvextra.com.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
We hope you're enjoying the game. Let's hear a special message from another one of our fantastic sponsors.
Serving our community for over 50 years with quality service at a fair price, Brownie's Auto Repair employs only ASE certified technicians. Brownie's is one of only 33 shops in the state of Maryland designated as an ASE Blue Seal of Excellence repair facility. They want to help you maintain your vehicle in a manner that keeps it trouble-free and fun to drive. Stop by today. That's Brownie's Auto Repair, located on Frederick Street in Walkersville, a proud sponsor of high school athletics.
Cool Oldies 1450 THU is the leader in high school sports broadcasting. Since 2008, we have broadcast more high school sporting events than any radio station in the 4-state area. Football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Regular season playoffs and state championships from Southern PA to Brunswick, the Western Mountains of Maryland to the Eastern Shore. Cool Oldies 1450 THU is #1 in high school sports broadcasting. At Amber Hill Therapy Centers, our goal is to provide you with a customized treatment plan using advanced physical therapy and occupational therapy methods and technology. With offices conveniently located in Thurmont and throughout Frederick County, Amber Hill Therapy Centers specializes in sports injuries and sports rehab, back pain, post-surgical rehab, and more. We accept all major insurance plans. Amber Hill Therapy Centers treats patients of all ages who receive care from our highly skilled therapists and staff. For more information on Amber Hill Therapy Centers, check out our website at amberhillpt.com. Amber Hill Therapy Centers, where the patients come first.
Amber Hill Therapy Center is a proud sponsor of Frederick County High School athletics on the radio.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in the classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Maryland's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Maryland Public Secondary Schools Athletic Association and the Maryland State Athletic Directors Association.
The Frederick Cadets needing a win to stay alive in the Spires division. As Lee's looking at the rest of the year, they are leading 38-29 against Governor Thomas Johnson. They're 3-2 in the division. The Patriots from TJ are 4-1, but right now the Cadets up by 9. And what a fast-paced first half. Cadets crashing the glass and played really well.
And boy, the ball doesn't hit the floor much when Frederick is attacking. It's just impressive, you know, how deep Frederick Cadets are. Like you said, we haven't seen Osborne Hiana all night, so if he's not playing, and I think a couple of these young men that we don't have on our roster are JV call-ups this week. So, and they're participating. It's just so impressive, the effort. Now we've seen Thomas Johnson, and they seem like they're a better team. They're more efficient offense when they slow down a little bit and execute in the half court. I don't know if Frederick's going to allow that to happen with their consistent full court pressure. So we'll see. We'll see if Coach Manley had really talked about that, try to slow them down, execute.
In front of a packed house here at Frederick High, Governor Thomas Johnson, at least we think, will start the second half of the basketball. They were about to throw in.
Well, you know, I've been to gyms before where when it was halftime and you weren't in your seat yet, you stayed outside till the next timeout. Well, it looks like the referees have decided to pause the game to let the people that were out at the concession stand come in and get into the bleachers.
Completely packed house at Frederick High. There were signs on the doors saying sold out. Don't see that all that often, but it is full to the brim. Everybody in their coats as it's cold outside, but it is a hot game here as the Cadets lead the Patriots by 9.
And the referees, whenever they talk to the scorer's table, I don't know that any adjustments were made or anything. I don't think they gave the home team a technical.
No. But we are ready to go as everybody has their seats. Governor Thomas Johnson in their dark blue uniforms takes it, working left to right to start the second half, down by 9. High right, Chavaria, who picked up a technical in the first, gives to Teme straight on, who's in double figures. Now over to Kanto, who gets a second half start. Chavaria straight away, tries to drive on Taylor, who stays in front, gives it to Kanto, who falls. Taylor picked it up, passed it out to the top, and here comes Spencer. Race the hoop down the right side against Ambush, and Spencer wins that, lays it in with his right hand, and the Cadets are up by 11.
So good getting to the rim, extends the ball. Defense, no chance.
Dive Ambush pulls up on the free throw line, left it short. Hauled in on the rebound, Trey Taylor. And Taylor gives to Spencer. Cadets up by 11. They lost this first time, the first matchup between these two teams by 2. That was against Governor Thomas Johnson at their home court. Left corner, 3 from Wollo, missed it long. Hauling in the rebound and putting it back in. Again is Mookie Taylor. Actually, that's Fauntleroy, his first 2 points. And the lead is 13 for the Cadets. In the front court's Kanto, high right side. He matches up against Fauntleroy, playing with 2 fouls. Kanto tries to drive, dishes back out to Chavaria, who skips left side to Ambush. Driving, back out to Kanto. Eyes are in with 10 seconds to shoot. Now straight on it goes a Dive Ambush for Governor Thomas Johnson. Dive Ambush tries to put the move on Spencer. Back to Dive, left wing 3, shot clock winding down. Comes up short, nothing but air. He'll hear it from the home crowd. Nothing going right for Governor Thomas Johnson right now. Great defensive possession by Frederick.
Frederick's been switching between his zone and man. That time a solid half-court man-to-man defense.
A.J. Spencer in the front court for Frederick. Their biggest lead of 13. 6:10 left to go. Third quarter. Almost poked away. And then it is stolen by Kanto in the front court by himself. And he lays it in straight away with Fauntleroy making a good late effort for the block. And it's back to an 11-point Cadets lead with the basketball. High left side it goes to Taylor. Skip pass right side Fauntleroy. He gives to Wollo. Playing without their second leading scorer, Ohana. Cadets up by 11. 6 minutes left, third quarter. A.J. Spencer has 14. Skip left side Taylor. Defender in front of him's Ambush. Taylor pulls up off the pick, just inside the 3-point line. Left it short. Loose ball picked up, then stripped away and pulled in by the Cadets. And a timeout taken by Frederick to save the possession. Leading by 11, 5:36 left, third quarter.
Yep. Coach Hill knows how critical each possession is. Calls a full timeout there to save the possession.
We'll break with them here on Cool Oldies 1450.
Stay in shape. From either home or work, Anytime Fitness at Thermont is always close by, and they're open 24/7. They can tailor a personalized training program to fit your workout needs. Anytime Fitness can also fashion a membership and payment plan that will be flexible enough for your on-the-go lifestyle. You'll have the 24-hour co-ed fitness center with state-of-the-art equipment designed to sculpt and tone you into shape. And when you're away from the Thermont area, your membership guarantees you access to any of the over 1,000 clubs worldwide. Visit us at 130 Frederick Road to start your program today. Now you can stay healthy anytime with Anytime Fitness.
42-31, Frederick leading Governor Thomas Johnson on Cool Oldies 1450 to Frederick High Schools. And tonight it is Frederick High leading by 11.
And no substitutions there by Thomas Johnson. See if Frederick tries to take advantage of a little height advantage they have on the floor.
A.J. Spencer inbounding the basketball in front of a row of about 20 Frederick cheerleaders. Gets the ball back on the right baseline with 25 to shoot. As he works around the 3-point line, high left Mookie Taylor. The sophomore guard's been everywhere. Into the teeth of the 2-3 as Fauntleroy up and under. He snuck it past the bigger Brendan Teme.
Thomas Johnson showed a 2-3 zone that time. Good patience by the Cadets.
Lead is 13 for Frederick. In the front court's Kanto getting the start to second half. High right to Kyron. Ambush has been quiet. Back to Kanto, high left. Faced up on Frazier. Frazier sticks with him on his left hip. Now top of the key pass to Ambush, who eyes Spencer. Back to the right. Kyron Ambush lines up the 3. Left it short. Snagged by Teme. And then a foul call. Offensive foul on Teme as he banged into the defender, Trey Taylor. And Frederick takes over.
Wow, that's his third personal.
Something to keep in mind. Bryden Teme, the 6'5".
I'm sorry, second.
Still keep an eye on it.
The board says 2.
Teme, 12 points. He was big in that first quarter. Cadets up by 13, trying to expand their lead. Frazier lines up the right wing 3. Left it short. Offensive rebound to Fauntleroy as he pulled it in. Back to Frazier, who bounces top of the key to Spencer. Frazier gets it back. Not thinking about a 3 this time. Skips it left side, Spencer. He works it around the 3-point line to Taylor. Now left elbow, Fauntleroy drives and lays it in from the right block over Teme. Back-to-back buckets for Fauntleroy. A 5-0 run for the Cadets. They're up by 15. Kyron ambush passes on the right wing 3. Gives to Shavaria underneath the Dive ambush. Dive fakes like he's going to drive out. Now bodies against the defender. Taylor and scores over the top of Taylor to stop the 6-0 run for the Cadets. Spencer quickly in the front court, weaves between defenders. Chest pass to Taylor. Skip to the right side. Runner from Frazier. Right block, left it short. Rebound batted around and Teme corrals it. Skip up the top of the floor, straight ahead to Kyron Ambush, who glides the rim, twirling and laid it in. 4 straight points for the Patriots. Lead back to 11 for the Cadets.
Thomas Johnson sticking with the 2-3 zone.
Taylor plays back and forth with A.J. Spencer, who skips with the right side, Fauntleroy. Fauntleroy underneath on Teme, left it short. Teme pulls in the rebound. Fauntleroy reaches handed in his call for the reaching foul. As he turned to the official, quickly pleaded his case, and then gave up to go to the other end of the court. Fauntleroy comes out. He has 4 in the quarter. Trey Taylor returns. Fauntleroy has 3 fouls. Taylor playing with 2. Both 6'3". And Governor Thomas Johnson on a 4-0 run, still down by 11. 3:15 left, third quarter, in front of a sold-out crowd at Frederick High School. Dive ambush in the front court. Gives high left to Adeo, who just subbed back in. Back to Dive on the right side. He matches up against Frazier. Frazier bodies him. Kick left wing. Embry lines up the 3. Don't want to give him space. He swishes it in and holds up 3 fingers. Lead back to 8 for Frederick.
Big shot by Embry.
45% shooter from the outside. 8-0 run to cut the lead to 8. Spencer has room from the left elbow. Pop shot. Hits off the back rim. Hits off the front rim. Popcorns around. Off the rim and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Mookie Taylor of Frederick. TJ, some momentum in the basketball. Here comes Dive ambush in the dark blue road units working left to right. Crowd a little more silent. Passes to his brother Kyron. Drives baseline right. Kicks out to the top. Embry drives, passing on the 3, banks it in from the center, paint over Mookie Taylor. Lead down to 6 for Frederick. Now the offense is kicking into high gear for Governor Thomas Johnson. Inside pass stolen by Ambush. Dive passes up to Kyron Ambush. Missed the left block layup as the crowd cries from the Governor Thomas Johnson side. Defensive rebound for Frederick. On the other end, layup missed by Taylor. Quickly pass to the top. We're on the other end to Governor Thomas Johnson. It was scooped up by Kyron Ambush and he laid it in from the right side.
Good run by the Patriots. Get back into the game.
An 11-0 run. Runner right block from Spencer Smith. Rebound tapped by Shavaria. Picked up by Dive ambush. Dive lost it driving down the paint. Lucky bounce to the baseline on the right side. A Kyron ambush who misses a 3. Defensive rebound Cadets. Pass up ahead to Mookie Taylor. Wide open by himself. He lays it in from the right block.
Way to run the floor for Mookie Taylor.
Like we're announcing a horse race here at so fast pace. 6-point Cadets lead. Kyron ambush, bounce pass right, block lane in Adeo as he let the defender Timmy Hill Jr. go by.
Beautiful screen and roll there by the Patriots.
Cadets lead is 4 with the basketball. Just over 60 seconds left, third quarter. Frazier lines up the open right baseline 3. Missed it long. Offensive rebound Taylor for Cadets, but he threw it away into the first row of the sold-out bleachers just past the bench as he was trying to pass it out to Frazier. A turnover, and with 1 minute left in the third, Governor Thomas Johnson can make this a one-possession game.
Couple subs there for Frederick.
Crowd filing in. They kind of stop in front of us. There's hardly any room for them to sit. It's so packed. Dive ambush into the front court, picked up by Akeem Parker at the timeline. The pick comes out to Hell, and a player hits the deck for Governor Thomas Johnson in the paint. That's Randy Embry, a double foul call as the official helps up Embry in his dark blue uni.
I thought it was 5 for Thomas Johnson.
Shavaria,
24.
Shavaria picks up the foul for Governor Thomas Johnson. And then number 21, Fauntleroy.
And that's his 4th.
Yes, so he subbed in, picked up the foul, now has to come back out.
Yep.
Fauntleroy started the quarter with 4 quick points, so that's a big storyline to keep in mind. He has 4 fouls. Cadets leading by 4, 48-44. Cheerleaders to our left, about 20 of them, trying to urge the Cadets defense to get into it. 45 seconds left in the third. Off the pick, Kyron ambush. Give and go. Bounce pass left block to Adeo, who laid it in. The lead is down to 2 for Frederick. That's a 13-2 run for Governor Thomas Johnson. A.J. Spencer drives into the teeth of the defense, and a foul called on the Patriots.
Tell you what, Thomas Johnson found offense that they can work with. They take 3 players, send them off to the side, and then work screen and roll with the ball. It's basically a 2-man game. Successful so far for the Patriots.
Cadets lost by 2 in this first matchup back in January between these 2 Frederick City teams. Governor Thomas Johnson now down by 2 in this as we approach the end of the third quarter. 2-3 zone for the Patriots. Pass top of the key to Hells Jr. Kicks out. Deep left wing 3 from Spencer. Hit the back rim. Leaping for the rebound and pulling it in is Wolo for Frederick, and he knocks it down from the left elbow off the offensive rebound. 2 seconds left to shoot. A heave from half court by Embry. Good if it goes. It does not. Caromed off the bankboard and dropped harmlessly to the floor. So the Patriots go on, what would that be, a 13-4 run to close out the quarter. They trail Frederick 50-46 on Cool Oldies 14-15.
Is a very special sanctuary nestled among the mountains of northern Frederick County. It is a collaboration of people who care about your well-being, both physically and emotionally. Massage, healing arts, aromatherapy, and yoga. Catoctin Mountain Massage can transform your daily life. Stressed out, chronic pain, injury? Catoctin Mountain Massage understands you and your needs. Catoctin Mountain Massage is looking for trained therapists in the healing arts. If you care about people like we do, we would love to have you join our team. Just contact us on our website, catoctinmountainmassage.com. That's catoctinmtnmassage.com. Catoctin Mountain Massage invites you to stop by and check out our Mountain Apothecary retail shop and meet our team. Located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont, Catoctin Mountain Massage, people who care.
We're set for the fourth quarter. 2 Frederick City teams, Governor Thomas Johnson and Frederick High School. It's Cadets leading 50-46 in a wild up and down game.
Yeah, solid quarter there by the Patriots. Outscored Frederick 17-12 to get back into this.
Sold out crowd here at Frederick High School. Cadets started against a 2-3 zone, working right to left in their home white uniforms. Aheem Parker holds the ball right hip, guarded by Dive Ambush. Skip to the top. Now Hells Jr. Center paint. Pulls up from 10 over the 6'5" Teme and dropped it in. Nothing but net. Lead back to 6.
Got the weak spot in that elbow area against that 2-3 zone. Nice jump shot.
Sold out crowd, packed both sides of the bleachers and a little bit behind the hoop that Frederick's shooting at. Governor Thomas Johnson now down by 6. They had to cut it down to 2. A 4-0 run for Frederick. Scooping and missing ambush from the right block, but he's fouled and goes to the free throw line for 2. It's Divine Wolo, his first, a 6'2", good defensive wing who was stuck on Kyron Ambush, but Ambush beat him to the spot, missed the layup, but got fouled. Now Kyron, the freshman, at the foul line. He's got 4 points, missed the first one short.
Giving away points I'm not keeping track of foul shots, but Dave's missed a couple tonight. He'd probably like to have back.
Averaging 20 points per game, shooting 76% from the free throw line. Missed the second. Long defensive rebound run down by Parker. And Frederick leading by 6, has it in the front court, 7:15 left. Spencer met at the timeline by Kyron Ambush. Now over to Parker. Dive ambush on him in the 2-3. He trying to sneak it to the middle. Stolen by Kyron. Up ahead of Dive by himself on the right side. Laid it in. That snaps the 4-0 run for Frederick. Their lead is trimmed to 4.
Yeah, TJ so good. They see that ball deflected on defense. One of the ambushes from the top of the 2-3 zone leak out. Easy layup.
Cadets 3-2 in the Spires division. High-low down to Trey Taylor, who laid it in from the right block, lead back to 6.
Beautiful pass, Timmy Helms from the elbow down the low post.
Governor Thomas Johnson 4-1 of the division. The winner of this is in the driver's seat for the Spires division in postseason home court advantage. Dive ambush, pass to the right side, shot left short from Adeo. Got his own rebound, knocked back to Dive ambush. His runner from the center of the paint is true. Lead back to 4 for Frederick.
Second chance points there for the Patriots.
Cadets have it the front court working right to left. Leading by 4, 54-50, 6:10 left. Top of the key to Hells Jr. Pulls up from 3. Left it short. Running down the rebound left side, Zadeo. Up ahead of Dive ambush. He's met by Wolo, high right. Dive spins into Wolo. Missed it off the front Tim. Wolo grabs the defensive rebound for Frederick. Dive may have rushed that one. Spencer, met by Dive ambush at the timeline. Dive on his left hip pocket, knocked it away, but out of bounds into the first row of cheerleaders. And Frederick will keep it inbounding right of the hoop. As A.J. Spencer, I believe he has 14 points, their leading scorer, limping just a bit as he goes to throw this one in. They'll inbound in front of a row of about 20 cheerleaders trying to urge him on. The Cadets, their cheerleaders, they're back inbounding right of their own bucket. Spencer still looking, and a timeout taken by the Cadets. Spencer had Akeem Parker to his right, didn't pass to him, and to save from the turnover, the Cadets called timeout.
Unofficially, if I'm tracking this correctly, that's 4 timeouts used by Frederick, 1 remaining, 5:39 to play. I'm sure Coach Hill didn't want to call that one, but like you said, needed to save the possession, only up 4.
Matchup between 2 Frederick City High School teams, Frederick High and Governor Thomas Johnson. TJ won the first matchup by 2. They trail by 4. Cadets trying to hold on. 5:39 left. What does Frederick have to do to maintain this 4-point advantage?
I like their inside game right now against this 2-3 zone. Timmy Helms up top of that elbow. He's, at his height, 6'3", can kind of look over the ambush brothers and find the open cadet. I see they subbed him out right now. Gone back with Rondell Fauntleroy with his 4 personal fouls.
A.J. Spencer to inbound in front of a rambunctious crowd, energized by pinwheeling cheerleaders during the timeout. Cadets leading 54-50. Spencer with 16 points inbounds right of the bucket. Quickly to Fauntleroy, playing with 4 fouls. He passes it through the hands of Mookie Taylor, who lets it roll in the backcourt. He tries to shield off the defender. It was touched by ambush. Taylor then picked it up to Fauntleroy. Up ahead to Spencer. A heavy play by Taylor. What was ambush thinking touching that basketball?
Right. Should have just left it keep going. Would have had the backcourt violation. Possession in their front court.
You rarely see that work out. 56-50. Governor Thomas Johnson down by 6. Quick pass in to Adeo. He passes out to the right side. 3-ball is missed by Embry. He's holding his right heel. Weak side offensive rebound. Kyron ambush. He launches a 3. Left it short. Diving ambush. The offensive rebound. He puts it in plus the foul. Bodied by Fauntleroy. And I believe that is 5 on Fauntleroy, the starting post player for the Cadets.
Yep. And quick exit.
Fauntleroy went straight to the bench, his jersey in his mouth, frustrated with himself. Played great when he was on the floor, just couldn't stay there. And now down by 4, Dive ambush. double figures with 14 points. 15 makes it a one-possession game, 2 dribbles, high-arching shot, swish. 56-53, 4:54 left, full-court press from Governor Thomas Johnson, broken easily by A.J. Spencer, who's got space. Pulls up from 10 left side, nothing but twine for Spencer. Lead back to 5.
Big jump shot, mid-range.
Spencer scored 19 the first time these teams met. He's got 16 on the other end. Left block shot. Missed by Ambush. Missed it long. Offensive rebound. Teme going up for it. Missed it, but a foul. As the home crowd from Frederick moans, thinking it was an all-ball block, but Teme is going to the free throw line.
The 2 6'4" gentlemen for TJ really getting after the glass there, creating the foul situation.
Teme missed the free throw. Taylor picked up the foul, his second. Taylor, the top post defender, seems to be okay with 2 fouls, 4:30 left. In front of the big crowd, making some noise. Sold out crowd here at Frederick High. The second foul shot by the freshman Teme is nothing but net. Lead back to 4 for the Cadets, trying to avenge their loss earlier in the year to Governor Thomas Johnson. Cadets 3-2 in the Spires division. Cadets are 3-2. Governor Thomas Johnson 4-1. Winner of this in the driver's seat for that division. Top of the key pass goes to Taylor. Skips it right side. Ball in the hands of Devine Wolo. Trey Taylor gets in the paint. Bodies against a smaller Kyron Ambush. But his brother Dive to the rescue. Steals. Brings it up the floor. He was wrapped up. Lost it. Goes out of bounds. And it will belong to Governor Thomas Johnson. Last touch by Frederick.
Dive really tried to draw the foul there. Referee wasn't having it. But Frederick out of bounds.
Dive the Teme pulls up from 16, not the best shot, mid-range jumper, missing off the back rim, leaping for the rebounds, Taylor. He gives to Spencer, who brings it across the timeline under 4 minutes left to go in the deciding fourth quarter. Cadets up by 4 with the basketball, 58-54. High left side, Taylor glides to the rim, scooping shot, left it short. Defensive rebound, Randy Embry. Embry with 3 points in the front court, gives to Dive Ambush. Now his brother Kyron has it high right side, about 5 feet beyond the three-point line. Parker right in this grill. Kyron Ambush fell, kept his dribble, gives to Dive. Skip left side, Embry fires a 3, missed it off the front rim. Rebound deflected, out of bounds, and it was last touch by Governor Thomas Johnson. And Kyron Ambush is limping to the sideline as he went down on the right wing, and now he's being helped out by the training staff. He couldn't get to the bench.
Yeah, I think and I hope it's just a calf cramp.
Yeah.
He landed awkwardly. He grabbed for the calf area, and it looks like they're trying to stretch him out.
Kyron Ambush, team's second leading scorer, as the cheerleaders show good sportsmanship, going down to one knee on the Frederick side and on the Governor Thomas Johnson side. 58-54, 3:19 left. As Kyron Ambush is being stretched out. Yeah, that's the hope. It's just a cramp there, Coach. Well, what's the message here to Governor Thomas Johnson?
If I'm Coach Manley, I'm pounding the ball inside. Yeah. I'm going to Teme or Adoye inside. They're just so tall, so strong. I'll tell you, Frederick kind of struggle and slowing down a little bit on the offensive end.
Yeah.
If it's not for A.J. Spencer, now losing Fauntleroy, who was having a great offensive night, they got to find another answer for the Cadets to maintain this lead with 3:19 to play, only up 4.
Training staff helps Kyron Ambush up off the floor. Looks like he's walking okay to the sideline. I would have guessed we'll see him before this is done. 58-54, Cadets leading by 4, but you're right, Coach. Fauntleroy's out with 5 fouls. He's been probably their second best offensive weapon in the second half. Outside of him has just been A.J. Spencer, the senior, averaging 14 a game. The Cadets will inbound, full court press coming from Governor Thomas Johnson.
Yep. Looking for an opportunity to trap, and they get Spencer in the corner.
Spencer in a cave, able to dribble his way out, and then fouled in the backcourt as he was completely engulfed by dark blue uniforms and somehow escaped trouble.
Actually, that's not a bad foul. That's only the first team foul.
That's the first in the Patriots. 3:15 left, 3 for the Cadets. They have the basketball up by 4. Into the front court, Akeem Parker across the timeline. Waiting for him is Embry. He gives to Spencer, who resets the offense against a man-to-man offense, it looks like. A rare showing of that offense from Governor Thomas Johnson. Top of the key it goes. With the basketball is Taylor. In front of him is Teme. Skip over left side Parker. 8 to shoot. Parker shaded by Embry. Pass to the right block. Lost by Taylor. Out of bounds. Belongs to Governor Thomas Johnson, as it looks like Teme was able to strip it and knock it off the thigh of Taylor.
Yeah. Looks like for Frederick, who's going to shoot the basketball?
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be willing to put one up besides Spencer.
Kondo across the timeline, net by Taylor. Kondo crosses over, chest pass, left to Ambush. Ambush puts the ball on the deck, draws the double, picks up his dribble, gives to Teme. Right wing 3 from Teme, knocked it down. It's a 1-point game. 58-57, Cadets up by 1, 2:30 left. Teme his second 3. The 6'5" post freshman is something else. Spencer in the front court, weaves between defenders, stolen by Embry, up ahead to Kyron Ambush as he is hounded by Mookie Taylor, picks up his dribble, and a timeout taken by Governor Thomas Johnson, down by 1, but with the basketball and 2:14 left off the turnover.
Yeah. And Dave's having a conversation with the referee, and I agree with him. He got the ball on the sidelines, and he kind of got swapped from behind, knocked him off balance. No foul call, full timeout by Thomas Johnson. So the pick and roll has been really good for Thomas Johnson. See if they don't set it up that the screener is Teme. Dave Ambush coming off of that screen. Pick your poison, because right now both those young men are putting the ball in the basket.
They have combined for a large majority of the scoring tonight for the Patriots. Teme and Dive Ambush both easily in double figures. Those are the 2 top options. And of course, Randy Embry's their outside shooter. And we'll see if Kyron Ambush comes back at any point, the freshman who went down with an injury a few minutes ago. But what a comeback here for Governor Thomas Johnson. At one point down by 15. They can take the lead here on this possession.
Exactly right. And on a night where the 3-point shot is not falling, Braden Tame's 2 for 2.
And he's 6'5". He's a freshman, and he's known for his post plays. Pretty good from the outside. Kyron Ambush is back in. Good to see. The star freshman for Governor Thomas Johnson. He inbounds to his brother Dive. Dive spins on Spencer. Now guarded by Parker, center paint. Kicks back out to Embry. Back top of the key to Shavaria. And the shot was waved off. A foul before the shot. An offensive foul. Moving screen on Governor Thomas Johnson.
I think after Randy passed the basketball, he continued forward and made contact with the defender, hence the foul.
Taylor inbounds against the trap, barely gets it in. Here comes the trap. Womo passes out of it to Spencer in the front court. Now a 2-and-1 for Frederick. Instead, Spencer weaves back out and resets high right side beyond the volleyball line. Dribbles between the legs with Ambush in front of him. Bumps off the pick to his left on Taylor. Taylor rolls. Spencer keeps it, pulls up from the elbow, missed it, but leaned into Dive Ambush in true contact. And Spencer, who has been, he's been struggling and kind of leaning on his left ankle, is not getting up now after being fouled as the training staff comes out to check on it.
I think that's another cramp. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not sure AJ has been out much at all in the second half. First half he had a couple minute blow, but here in the second half, I think he's been in the entire time. You could see when he landed immediately a calf cramp.
A minute 51 left. Don't go anywhere. Cadets leading the Patriots by 1. We'll be right back with the finale on Cool Oldies 1450.
Goal goal is to provide you with a customized treatment plan using advanced physical therapy and occupational therapy methods and technology. With offices conveniently located in Thurmont and throughout Frederick County, Amber Hill Therapy Centers specializes in sports injuries and sports rehab, back pain, post-surgical rehab, and more. We accept all major insurance plans. Amber Hill Therapy Centers treats patients of all ages who receive care from our highly skilled therapists and staff. For more information on Amber Hill Therapy Centers, check out our website at amberhillpt.com. Amber Hill Therapy Centers, where the patients come first.
Amber Hill Therapy Center is a proud sponsor of Frederick County High School athletics on the radio.
A fight for the top of the Spires division is coming down to the wire. The Frederick Cadets leading Governor Thomas Johnson 58-57. And a pair of free throws coming up for Travion Frazier, who's shooting 75% from the free throw line.
What a pressure situation. Spencer goes down with the injury. Coach Hill does not use the timeout to give Spencer time.
Frazier left the first one short, rolled off the rim as this 75% packed, sold-out crowd here at Frederick High becomes silent. One more free throw coming for Frazier. Try to make it a two-point game. The lefty fires and missed the second. Teme up in the air for the rebound. He wrestles it away from two Frederick players. And now Governor Thomas Johnson can take the lead with 1:45 left. They haven't led since the first half. Dive ambush in the front court, fakes the defender. Kicks back out to Teme. Lines up a three from the top of the key. He was walking back to the timeline as he shot it. Knocked it in. And with 90 seconds left, the Patriots are up by 2.
The high screen and roll. Teme an ambush.
Frazier
step back.
Defender underneath, left block. Taylor drops it in, and we're tied at 60. What a move and find from Frazier. Now
and without A.J. Spencer on the floor, Cadets find a way to score.
Dive ambush, body of the timeline by Travion Frazier. Here comes the trap, and a timeout taken by Dive ambush. As a trap was coming, he picked up his triple. 1:03 left, tied at 60.
Tavon Frazier, great defense after he missed those two foul shots. He had Dive ambush locked up, worst place, right past half court. He had no place to go, had to call timeout to save the possession. 16 on the shot clock. See if Patriots don't set up that high screen and roll again with ambush and Teme, which they just hit for a three-point.
Teme's been the story. 3 for 3 from the outside. Dive ambush has been the other big player for Governor Thomas Johnson. They're 4-1 in the division. 3-2 for Frederick. Frederick trying to get some revenge after falling to TJ when they met back in January. You're thinking the ball's going to Teme on this play.
Davon ambush to the rim, or Teme's got to get touched somewhere, either down low or he's going to pop out again off that ball screen.
Kyron ambush inbound, far side of the court. Akeem Parker in front of him.
The way the time is set up, Patriots basically got a 2-for-1 here at the end of the game.
16 seconds in the shot clock, a minute left in the game. It's into Dive ambush. He beats Parker in the paint and is fouled. He's going to the free throw line for 2 as his runner was left long. Frazier picked up the foul with 57 seconds left. 16-16 tie game.
As soon as the game's over, right? We've done it before.
Free throw coming here for Dive ambush. Tied at 60. He's got 2 coming. He sinks the first one. And one more after this for Dive. Substitution comes in for Frederick as A.J. Spencer. He went out with a cramp and now returns. One more coming for Dive ambush. Governor Thomas Johnson is up by 160. As Dive comes in, wipes the sweat off his right hand on his right short leg. Lines up the free throw and missed it short. Defensive rebound and a foul in the backcourt. As Mookie Taylor pulled it in, he's been all over the glass today. And now he's going to draw the foul in the backcourt. That's just the 4th on the Patriots, so no free throws then.
Yeah, but now they have none to give as the Cadets approach.
61-60. Patriots up by 1. Cadets in the front court. 45 seconds left. Spencer at the top of the key, bumps off the pick. The defender sticks with him. That's dive ambush. Now Spencer goes to work on ambush. 1-on-1 right side.
Knocked out of the way.
He knocked it away. Passes up to his brother in the front court, who has it poked away by Akeem Parker. Kyron ambush driving, knocked it away. 28 seconds in the shot clock. 31 on the game. And with a 1-point lead, Governor Thomas Johnson inbounds underneath their bucket. And now it is dive ambush as the cramps are spreading around like a virus being worked on in the backcourt.
Yeah. I kind of wish the coach in me, Kyron was on the breakaway, but they're up 1. If he spins away and runs some time. But anyway, so right now with 28 on the shot clock, Frederick really does not need to foul.
Sure.
They can try to hold court, get that last shot. Coach Hill saved that one timeout. So big play right here. And the Patriots, got to get it inbounds and then work to kill clock, but still score. Because they can't just give up this possession, only up 1.
And you know the trap is coming. They're not going to be able to run the baseline. So a challenging throw in here for the Patriots. They've already had a couple turnovers, so the Frederick Cadets, they're going for the steal, but they will likely foul, right? 3-second different shot in game clock, but you got to foul if you don't get the steal.
Yeah, if you're Coach Hill, I don't think you want it to wind down to 3 seconds.
Yeah.
28 on the shot clock, 31.2 on the game clock.
Patriots inbounding underneath their own bucket, so they have it on their own side. As Javaria looking, and time.
5-second violation.
No!
Oh.
One official said 5
Okay.
seconds. One said timeout. And
So the referee in front of the Thomas Johnson bench awarded the timeout prior to the 5-second call.
Okay, there we go. And the coaching staff visibly upset for Frederick. Governor Thomas Johnson called timeout. Ball into their own basket, right out of the hoop. Up by 1, 31 seconds left. Both sides have 4 fouls. And this has been one of those games. These two teams obviously evenly matched, a 2-point game at Governor Thomas Johnson. It's been a 1-point game here at Frederick.
Yeah, if I'm right on the head-to-head, and then the scoring differential, if it's a 1-point game, Thomas Johnson still wins the Spires.
So, thinking about the postseason, the Spires, if the two teams finish with the same record, Frederick needs to win this by 3 points, then, I believe, if I have that correct. Okay. Well, they're down by 1 right now. I'm sure the players are thinking, let's just get this win, and we'll figure the rest of that out later. TJ to inbound underneath their own basket, right at the hoop, leading by 1. It's been the Brian Teme show here in the 4th quarter. He's got 3 threes, a 6'5" post player, has his team up by 1. They were at 1 point, down by 15 in the 2nd quarter. Last game it was Frederick to come back and nearly pull it out. This time it's TJ leading by 1 on the road. With the cheerleaders behind him, the crowd standing to our right, sold out Frederick High School. The students, Jackson, all on their feet. As Kyron ambushed the freshman to inbound it. He's looking for his brother. Instead, it goes to the right side of Kondo. Kondo dribbles it back out. He's being hounded by the defender, Parker, top of the key. Now Parker slaps him across the right arm, and it is Kondo, the sophomore, shooting 70% from the free throw line to shoot 2.
Is this his first time to the line tonight?
Yeah, it is, absolutely. Yeah. And he's only been at the free throw line a handful of times this season. Actually, 75%. He's 4 for 5 on the year. So Kondo doesn't get a lot of free throws. Crowd yelling, and he misses off the back rim. As a sold-out crowd here at Frederick High tries to get in his head. And Kondo's got one more coming. His team's up by 1. Kondo takes a spin from the official, bounces twice, swirls in his hand, 2 more bounces, 1 more spin. The free throw's up and good. Lead is 2 with 27 seconds as the TJ section behind their bench erupts. With 27 seconds, now Frederick can take the lead, potentially win with a 3.
If I'm Frederick, I am attacking quickly, trying to score, and then foul if you don't. And there's the last timeout.
A.J. Spencer dribbles into the front court, calls timeout on the far side. 22 seconds left. Shot clock turned off. Okay. You are in that huddle for Frederick. What is the play call on their side right now?
I'm trying to score quick.
Yes.
If I don't score quick, then I can foul and get another possession. I'm not necessarily going for the three-point play because I think in overtime, you know, the way they're shooting foul shots, they being Thomas Johnson, Frederick kind of has the advantage right now, even though Frederick's down 2.
62-60, Governor Thomas Johnson to reset the scene for you. They're 3-2 in the Spires division in second place. Pardon me, Frederick's 3-2 in second place. Governor Thomas Johnson is 4-1 in first place. The winner of this is in the driver's seat for the conference title. These teams met in January. Governor Thomas Johnson won by just 2 points. Frederick trying to avenge that loss here at home. They are down by 2 to the Patriots with the basketball on the far side of the court. 22 seconds left. Both teams have 5 fouls.
Timmy Helms checked into the game. He is not afraid to shoot the 3.
Wolo to inbound with the 6'5" Adeo in front of him. Wolo standing at 6'2". He inbounds backcourt to A.J. Spencer. Spencer with 18 points tonight, had 19 when these teams met in January. Off the pick, top of the key, dribbles high left side. Kyron ambush in front of him. Now diving. Spencer gets the right block, draws contact, going up for the layup. And Spencer with 11 seconds left. A pair of free throws to try to tie the game.
Foul goes on Adoye.
That's the 3rd foul on Adoye, one of 2 6'5" players on the floor for TJ. The first free throw is nothing but net from the senior A.J. Spencer, former TJ player. Scored 19 when they played in January. You know he wants to pick up a win against his former team tonight. One more free throw coming.
And I'm not sure if the Patriots have a timeout.
Spencer makes the second. We're tied at 62. The home crowd erupts. The sellout crowd. 10 seconds left. Dive ambush. Dribbles on Spencer with 6 seconds. The left wing. Dive spins in the paint. Over Spencer. Left it short. Spencer the rebound. And we're heading to overtime. 62-62. 32 minutes is not enough. We'll see you in OT.
Big foul shots by A.J. there to tie it up.
Let's go ahead and break. 62-62 on Cool Oldies 1450.
There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation. Travel by train. Yes, consider traveling around the United States on Amtrak. Traveling by train is a lot less of a headache than taking a plane. And you'd be surprised how many places you can go on an Amtrak. And there's no passports or IDs needed. Find out how to get where you're going as soon as tomorrow by train. Call the Amtrak Travel Hotline right now. We'll book your trip and email your tickets within minutes. Skip the drive to the airport and skip the lines. Call right now to book your Amtrak reservations. We service most of the United States. Do something new. Travel by Amtrak today.
800-328-4046. 800-328-4046.
Tied at 62. We're in overtime here on Cool Oldies 1450 with Coach Rick Little and Ryan Pierce. 4 extra minutes to decide this because regulation was not enough there, Coach, for this one. Tip is batted around, pinballed, and won by Governor Thomas Johnson in their dark blue road uniforms. Working left to right, 4-1 in the Spires Conference. Trying to hold on to first place. Dive ambush, top of the key. Guarded by Parker. Dive ambush passes right side to his brother Kyron. Kyron drives. Put in by Governor Thomas Johnson. I was shielded by who scored.
Number 22. Yep, Temu.
Scored.
Faked a 3-point shot. They have to respect that, and then easy lay-in.
64-62, 3:30 left. High right side. Driving Spencer again from the right elbow. That's been automatic tonight. Not this time. Rebound tapped by Parker. Pulled down by Dive ambush. As he dribbles in the front court, weaves between the trap. Down low to Teme. Missed the layup long. May have been deflected. Knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with TJ. 22 to shoot, leading by 2, 3:10 left in the overtime. Everybody's
4-minute overtime in high school basketball, in case anybody's wondering, not 5 like you see in college.
Everybody's standing for the most part here at a sold-out Frederick High School crowd. On the Frederick side, almost entirely standing. Inbounds pass goes between the rings. Kyron ambush. Back to Dive, who drives down the baseline on the right side and is stolen by Spencer. He dribbles down the middle, does not have numbers. 2-on-3. AJ Spencer circle stacked out left side, brings it back. Left elbow, pull-up jumper. This time it takes 2 laps around the rim and drops in. We're tied at 64. Back and forth we go. Heavyweight fight. 2 Frederick High School teams. A wonderful rivalry in a classic game tied at 64 in OT. Here on Cool Oldies 1450. Dive ambush to Teme. Backs in. Pulls up from the right elbow over Taylor. Missed it off the front iron. Defensive rebound for Frederick, and now the Cadets can take the lead as AJ Spencer walks it across the timeline on the far side.
Thomas Johnson, you got to get the ball out of Spencer's hand.
Spencer again from the free throw line. This one popped out. Offensive rebound Taylor, and he's fouled going for the putback on Teme. Now Mookie Taylor's 6'3", but he out-hustles everybody, even though he's a couple inches taller than him.
Yeah, that ball took a big bounce on the offensive rebound. Gentleman up high, Taylor brings it in.
First foul shot coming from Taylor. He shoots only 48%, wins in the first. As the crowd erupts from the Cadet side, he's got one more coming.
And he's looked like he's cramping up.
Everybody leaving it on the floor tonight. Taylor in double figures. I would guess he's got a double-double. Missed a second, almost got stuck on the back rim. Rebound Teme, outlets in the front court to Embry, their hot outside shooter. And now between the rings, it's reset to Dive ambush in front of him. Spencer, that's been a fun matchup. Now to Kyron on the left side. He's off the pick and beats Parker. Parker knocked it away. Into the backcourt, it's run down by Teme, who regains with just 10 seconds left to shoot. Dive ambush, picked up by Parker with 5 to shoot at the timeline. Dive crosses on Parker with 2 to shoot. Into the paint, backboard and good, and Governor Thomas Johnson's back up by 1.
And he's cramping. He can't run down to this end of the floor.
5 on 4. Floater from Wolo, missed everything, but Adeo couldn't squeeze the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Cadets keep it. And now Dive ambush holding that left calf. He's trying to keep going, trying to fight through it, and he goes down at center court.
Quick injury timeout.
Props to Dive. Some frustration here among the Cadets crowd, but he was trying to fight through.
Yeah, he wanted to stay up, just couldn't.
How about these student athletes? We've seen a handful of players cramp, and now on the sideline, that's Trey Taylor seems to be cramping up for the Cadets. They are leaving it all out on the floor tonight in this game.
And I'm watching Mookie Taylor. He's trying to keep his left calf stretched out too. He's feeling cramps. So you need a little dose of that pickle juice.
There's some bananas on the sideline that those tennis players do between sets.
Yep.
Man, it is a testament to how well these young athletes have played today and how well they've hustled and left it on the floor. They have given everything they've had tonight. As Dive ambush goes to the sideline, he'll be out at least momentarily. A.J. Spencer inbounding left of the bucket. Cadets down by 1. Out to the top of the key, Parker. That's actually Wolo driving, missed the layup. Almost stolen by Spencer in the backcourt. Kondo kept possession, now dribbles it across the timeline. To Kyron Ambush. You know Dive is itching to get back on the floor. Kyron Ambush with his brother out, plays point. Dumps it off down there to Adeo. There's a skip to the defense and is stolen. On the other end, Mookie Taylor, the hot skip to the lay-in. They put the Cadets back up by 1 with a minute left. The crowd erupts. The student section going crazy. Chance of defense. As Governor Thomas Johnson's in the front court. Kyron Ambush on the right side. Pass to Teme. Teme beats the defender left. Missed the runner off the front rim. Adeo had the rebound. Loose on the floor. And a jump ball. Possession arrow points the Cadets' way. They take over up by 1 with 43 seconds left.
Held ball on the rebound. Goes with the Cadets. 1 point lead. 43 seconds on the game clock.
Instant classic in overtime. Cadets up by 1, 67-66. Cheerleaders to our left, all 20 of them stomping their feet, encouraging their Frederick team. As the crowd to our right completely full, sold out here at Frederick High. A.J. Spencer in the front court. Kyron meets him off the pick. Spencer gets the rim, scooping layup, hits off the bottom of the benchboard. Adele the rebound. Now Spencer's down, 5 on 4. Kyron Ambush throws it in the pick. Governor Thomas Johnson up 58-57. Spencer is still on the ground, holding his left calf as he's cramping up, and now play a stop with 19 seconds left. Oh, you feel for A.J. Spencer the way he's played. He couldn't get back on defense with that cramp.
Well, and I don't know if it would have made a difference.
Yeah.
That transition layup, ambush to ambush, quick layup within 3 seconds. And you don't stop the game when the play's going away from the injured player. You got to let it play out.
So A.J. Spencer being attended to by the training staff will break. Cadets have the ball down by 1, 20 seconds left in overtime on Cool Oldies 1450.
At Thermont Country Kitchen, one recent diner summed it up perfectly.
This place is so good, the words are hard to find. It's a wonderful small-town diner with awesome food and great service.
Thermont Country Kitchen is located on Water Street in downtown Thermont. Open weekdays 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Remember when Grandma used to say, if you're looking for a great restaurant, follow the locals. And that's exactly what you'll find at Thermont Country Kitchen. A wonderful mixture of out-of-town guests, travelers up and down Route 15, and the locals who love Country Kitchen's award-winning roasted chicken. Homemade cooking at its finest, with lots of sweets and goodies at the counter to go. Country Kitchen is a great place for birthday parties, meetings, or just to take the family when you're out and about. Their huge menu has something for everybody, and their warm country home atmosphere and small town charm will take you back to simpler times. Thermont Country Kitchen, satisfying and delicious. You'll feel right at home at Thermont Country Kitchen. Thermont Country Kitchen is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics on the radio.
I perform for our high school choir director, who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
This message presented by the Maryland Public Secondary Schools Athletic Association and the high school in your community.
It was a cramp, or what do you think? Cramp. I think it was a cramp.
An all-Frederick classic. Frederick High trailing Governor Thomas Johnson 68-67 after A.J. Spencer has to go out of the game. 20 seconds left. This might be the final possession. Frederick working right to left. Mookie Taylor's the hot hand. He beats the defender in the paint. Away by Adeo.
They got to foul him.
In the backcourt, ambush is finally wrapped up with 6 seconds left. Oh, and a heartbreaker there for Frederick. Down by 1, they have to foul, and now Governor Thomas Johnson can make things tough on the other end with a couple free throws. And without A.J. Spencer, he had to go to the sideline. We think he was cramping. Governor Thomas Johnson able to get the defensive stop, and now they go to the free throw line.
Dave, who has missed a few foul shots throughout the game, would love to drop both of these and really put pressure on the Cadets.
Dave Ambush, Jr., leading scorer, shooting 70% from the free throw line in double figures tonight. Going to make it a 3-point game. The first one after 2 spins. The high archer hits the back rim and misses. One more coming. Crowd raises their energy, trying to get inside the head of Dave Ambush. His own fans to his left, deathly silent, urging him on. Ambush takes the ball from the official. Spins once. 1 dribble. Now 2. Looks to the rim. Fires the rainbow and dropped it in. It's 69-67. 6 seconds left. Here comes Frederick. Pass out to the right wing. The 3 ball short. No good. And Governor Thomas Johnson comes away with the road victory. 69-67 as Timmy Hells couldn't connect from the left wing, and TJ hangs on for the overtime victory.
Wow. You got to feel for the Frederick guys. You lose your quarterback, so to speak, A.J. Spencer, there for the last seconds of this overtime. So it kind of limited their offensive options. Helms, I think a fan favorite from all the cheering when he did score, tried to launch that 22-foot three-point shot just off the mark.
A.J. Spencer, their leading scorer, had, I believe, 19 points. After that last layup, had to go out of the game with 20 seconds. It led to a free throw made by Dave Ambush. Down by 2. Timmy Ells Jr. couldn't make the deep 3. And Governor Thomas Johnson holds on. So TJ is now 5-1 in the Spires division. Frederick County drops to 3-3. TJ is in the driver's seat for first place.
And this gives them a chance at being the top seed in the region also, as they were tied coming into this game with Seneca Valley. So it looks like Thomas Johnson will play in the CMC championship against, I'm going to predict it's going to be Oakdale. Oakdale will finish at 4-2 if they beat Tuscarora, which I think they can do, but you never know. I'll tell you what, this is one thing with the boys' side of the bracket. You just never know. People are winning games that you wouldn't think they would. You thought Middletown was going to run the table. They get themselves upset a couple times here in county and out of county. So you just never know. But yeah, what an effort tonight.
Unreal game. TJ had to earn it tonight, down by 15 in the second quarter. They kept chipping away, eventually forced it to overtime and won by 2 in the extra 4 minutes. They credit these players, so we saw at least 4 or 5 go down with cramps, including some of the main starters, and they fought through it. You feel for A.J. Spencer, just couldn't quite finish out the game. He played incredible. The Stars came out to play tonight, and what a night for everybody.
In the second half, after giving up 38 points in the first half, 12 points in the third quarter, 12 points in the fourth quarter is all Thomas Johnson gave up.
Yeah, Thomas Johnson completely shut off the faucet to Frederick in that fourth quarter. And they're able to hold on tonight and pick up the win. Final thoughts here, Coach.
Boy, can we have a game like this every night? This is so much fun. Great crowd, great community support. And these young men did not disappoint. They fought to the end, a number of them down with cramps, get back into the game, ambush to ambush with the transition layup, and then the foul shot to clinch it.
Well, congrats, Catoctin Unified. They won the state championship tonight. Great work on their end as well.
Unified Bocce.
There we go. Catoctin Unified Bocce winning the state championship. Want to make sure we mention that. We also want to make sure we mention that we'll be back here on Friday night. Frederick hosting Middletown. That's going to be another fantastic game.
Yeah, Middletown, one of the stronger small school teams in the area, looking to keep things going on a roll. And they're in a situation where they need to win to try to get the first round bye in the region playoffs.
Well, for Tyler Wilhelm, Michael Betteridge doing everything behind the scenes. For Coach Rick Little, I'm Ryan Pierce. A wonderful matchup tonight. The Patriots of Governor Thomas Johnson beat the Frederick Cadets 69-67 in overtime. Two incredible efforts. Both teams left it all on the floor tonight.
Yep. This is great Frederick County High School basketball. What an effort tonight.
We hope we have a similar one on Friday. We'll see you then.
Good night, all.
Don't worry if you can't make it to the game or miss the broadcast. All of our high school sports games are archived and available online at WTHUradio.com in our audio vault.